Day trading indicators. Everybody has a different opinion when it comes to day trading indicators. What indicators work? What indicators are a total waste of time? Today, I want to talk about a new indicator suite that I'm using from LuxAlgo. I'm talking about how I'm using it and also kind of show you guys the idea behind it, how it works, and how it can benefit my trading style and possibly benefit your trading style to have these tools. Gonna break it all down right here in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. Pulling up the 3-minute chart here on TradingView, you can see right now I've got this already identified. This was a trade that I took on Friday end of day. We had a really beautiful setup here. I want to break down this setup and talk about how I use the LuxAlgo indicator to find a really good risk to reward setup and a awesome trade here for Friday end of day. So let's just get rid of this typing here. But basically what I identified there was the fair value gap entry here. So what we're looking for is basically we had the market kind of chopping. We had a triple bottom down here. Boom, triple bottom. At that point, we know that the market is trying to push back up, right? We're triple bottoming there. So we're looking for a breakout type of setup. This strategy is still very much in line with my normal strategy of trading breakouts, of buying the first candle to make a new high. We're just expanding on that with new tools with the LuxAlgo indicator suite here. This is the LuxAlgo price action concepts. This is a premium indicator that LuxAlgo offers directly through TradingView. So once you sign up for LuxAlgo, you would then just be able to log into TradingView and you would have access to these indicators. So if you're already using TradingView, all you need to do is sign up for LuxAlgo. Right now, there's a 40% discount down below. Check them out. There's links and all that. But you sign up for it and it automatically just pops up there on your chart once you load it. So right there, you can see this is what it looks like with nothing on there, with none of the LuxAlgo information. I do have these candlesticks with yellow and kind of dark red, black color. That's just my personal preference. That's not the indicator. You don't have to do it this way, but that's how I'm doing it right now. So let's turn it back on, see the power of the LuxAlgo. So the algo itself, or the indicator here, is going to be adding trend lines, going to be adding different areas like previous lows, previous week lows. And if you see this blue line right here, this little blue line that's going across here, let's see where that blue line is. So we go, that was the low of last week. So February 10th was the low 40.60, and that's exactly what the LuxAlgo indicator identified there, being the previous week low. And guess what? That previous week low acted as what? Support today. That 60 area, well, on Friday, acted 60 area was the low, and that was the previous week low, and that was identified with the LuxAlgo. Now, obviously, you could do that yourself, but sometimes when you're trading, you're just like, so quickly looking, and you're like, oh, okay, you're looking, you don't really have time to like go back, or maybe you don't spend enough time to go back and identify the key levels. But the nice thing about LuxAlgo is there's so many different features that you can go through here and adjust all these different settings. You can find, the different weekly lows. You got the high and lows for the daily, the Monday, the Monday's low, the weekly, the monthly, the quarterly. You can add all this. So there's a ton of information, a ton of stuff that you can add right there to the chart. But I have it pretty much the basic setup, nothing too crazy. Now let's get back to the trade. If you want to learn more about LuxAlgo, check out their website. It's luxalgo.com. Enhance your trading experience. You can learn more about why they're the #1 provider of trading indicators worldwide, with over 50,000 traders using their indicators on TradingView, and kind of dive into all different features. They also have their Discord as well, with different alerts and different products in their Discord to check out if you sign up. So it's all there. They got a guarantee. They also got a 40% off this week. You can learn more about the price concepts that I'm using and kind of dive into what the LuxAlgo world is all about. They also work for MetaTrader as well. We know that there was a previous week low right there. We're holding, okay, we're kind of pushing up. We're getting that Patrick Wieland type of breakout right here, right? We got the breakout out of the bottom there, pushing back up. But I don't want to just enter just because we got that little breakout, right? Like we talked about, we want to make sure that there's something kind of giving us a better type of setup here. And what we have is had this high right here. So then we started to identify this trend here. So we push up here, we pull back, we push up. Now you can see we had a lower high, so we're kind of battling. We're still not clear of this area. I wouldn't say that I was really excited about getting long just yet, because guess what? We got denied right here. So we could keep going lower. The secret here is that we really want to get levels breaking through. We want to see strength. So basically what I would want is I want to get a break above this high there at the 70s. We know that's resistance there at 70s. So we want to see that the market has power to push through that 70 level. And guess what? We get that break right here. But do we want to enter knowing that there's kind of that trend line right there that's identified on the LuxAlgo? Do we want to enter the top here? No. We want to, guess what? We want to enter this trend line on the bottom here, that channel, the bottom of the channel. But where would be a good entry? Now, what you see here is we have a fair value gap on this candle right here. This is the breakout candle. We had the fair value gap right there. The fair value gap's basically showing a kind of an imbalance area where there was more buying and not really like a test of, other candle structure coming back in here and testing this level. You kind of just get this area where the market just pushes up and then continues higher without really testing that level. So my entry here, if I'm getting long, is here in this area at the bottom of this trend. We have the LuxAlgo already identifying with the dot line, but I want to be entering here at 67 and then getting this move up. So you can see here's our entry area, the 66, 67 level. We get long, and then where's our target? Our target's always going to kind of be, especially at this point, that high of day move, right? We want to get that push up there, high of day. And if we look, we have two blue lines. So we have the previous day low at this level right here, that 78s. And then we have the Monday low up there at the 86s. And guess what? I keep saying, guess what? Guess what? We push up from our entry here at the 67s up there to the 79s, where that previous day low was. We turn it into support, and then we push all the way up here to the 90s, and we hit that high of day there, actually kind of over the high of day there at the 87s, and we ended up closing right there at the 86, which was, guess what? The Monday low. That was a low of day from Monday, and that's exactly where we closed at. And this is all identified here on the LuxAlgo indicator suite. So this is the 3-minute chart. I also pull up the 15-minute chart over here on the left, and we get more ideas. Look at the 15-minute chart showing that breakout there. If we look here at the 15-minute chart, look at how nicely that showed that breakout for that move up, and this is what we were jumping into. So we would have seen on the 15-minute chart that we had this triangle there getting very tight. We would have seen that we need to look for an entry in this area when we break to the upside. And that was why we were looking there at the 3-minute chart. We had the pivots there and everything was all lining up. So again, just showing you the difference between not having the algorithm on there and not having LuxAlgo installed versus having it installed. So it's finding these trends perfectly. And you can see like here, another trend, liquidity trend, kind of chopping inside of this triangle. And then bam, there's that reversal, beautiful setup here, seeing that triple bottom on the 15-minute chart, and then off to the races. So a really kind of epic, I would say, perfect type of long setup, knowing that we had triple bottom and then getting that breakout. So, and you can see right here on the hourly, we had that big fair value gap there as well. So if I'm looking at the hourly chart, let's say I'm long and I see that we have that fair value gap there, I want to make sure that we're staying above that. If I'm long here, because I want to stay above that, and I want to respect that. So we're respecting that fair value gap, getting that move back up. LuxAlgo price action concepts that you can buy for their monthly. They also have a bunch of free indicators as well. If you go over here and you type in LuxAlgo, they'll have a lot of, if you type in LuxAlgo on TradingView, you can see these are all the free indicators. So you don't have to pay for all of them. There are tons and tons of free indicators that LuxAlgo offers. They've got it all kind of set up here. This works for cryptocurrency. It works for stocks. It works for the ES. It works for everything. So they also have these premium ones. They got the signals and overlays. is one, and then they have the oscillator. So we'll try the different ones. If I look here at this, it'll kind of give me like some signals to buy. I wouldn't say these are the end all be all signals, but if you're in a trade, let's say you're in a trade long and you see that there's a buy signal, where it's purple at is where there's choppy action, and then where there's green, you get those bigger moves. So you can see it identified the bottom basically down there as a buy off this bottom, and then the top up there being the sell. So this is the LuxAlgo premium buy and sell signals. They have a different signals. You can go through there and set up different ones, different alerts, and they have the different setup as well with the smart trailing stop and the trend chaser and different ways to go about that, and different signals through the premium concepts there. And you can see down here below, we also have the ultimate oscillator that we're looking at. If we look at this in terms of the oscillator being green, you know, it's kind of signaling the bottom there, that push up there, and getting confirmation that if we're short, we're looking at the oscillator for that move down. Seems like it's kind of cool. I might add this to one of my charts as well. So this is the buy and sell signals that the LuxAlgo offers, and also the oscillator. But the one that I'm using is the price concepts. And then we're just basically, we could use all those really at the end of the day. I mean, they all kind of work together, I guess. So that would be basically using all of the 3 indicator suites from LuxAlgo right there. At the end of the day, is there an indicator that is the end all be all? Is there an indicator out there that you have to use? It really comes down to your personal preference. If you see value in these indicators, then use them. If you don't see value, then don't use them. It really comes down to what your personal preference is, what your strategy is, what your overall outlook is, what you're trading. The nice thing about the LuxAlgo Premium Concepts indicator is that it can be used on multiple time frames. It can be used on the daily. It can be used on the 3-minute. It can be used across all the different time frames to give you different ideas of where the market could be possibly heading. Are we in a trend? Are we getting stuck at a certain level? Is that certain level a previous week low? Is it the monthly low? What is going on? So really getting more and more information, I think, is never a bad thing for a day trader. So there it is. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, subscribe button, I will talk to you guys later on.